What's up, baby? It's your girl T. We are in the final stretch of the Protect Your Ends winter/fall challenge. I don't think I specified originally, but we'll just run with it. We're heading toward the end. You know, the challenge wraps up at the end of this month, December 2016. Let me know how you guys are all doing with it. I neglected to take any sort of photos or measurements or anything at the beginning, but it kind of doesn't matter to me that much. It's really more about the discipline of it, which has not been challenging for me because it's more or less what I do with my hair anyway. It's just making sure that I stay very regimented about it. If you're not sure what I'm talking about, I'll link the video where I outline the rules of that challenge right here. Needless to say, the hair protective styling challenge is going way, way better for me than that fitness challenge did because I got a puppy, as I told you guys in my last video. As far as the Protect Your Ends challenge goes, I'll probably just keep it rolling even after it wraps up. I may do some sort of a more intense stretch on my hair in January, maybe with a blowout or with my flat iron that I still haven't tried out yet. I'm not really sure, but now that I'm pretty competent with using Curlformers, which we'll be talking about momentarily, I definitely think that that would be a great way to do a nice heatless stretch before going into something like a flat iron or a blowout. No, that ain't a toy. To see this dog chewing on the handle to my Curlformer hook. I just said no. I can't laugh because then she thinks I'm not serious. Quick hello from Ray Ray. Say hello. Say hello to all my friends on YouTube. Life with a puppy certainly does eat up a lot more of my time, you know, even just getting ready in the mornings, everything's been different. I have never been a morning person and I always wished that I was, and I am now forced to be a morning person because I have to get up early to take my dog out. And as I mentioned in my previous video, it's also caused my sort of exercise and diet to take a hit. I definitely have not been living right, so we're heading into the Christmas season, or actually we're already in the Christmas season, which means of course it is time for 12 Days of Fitmas. This is something I've done for the past 2 or 3 years. I can't quite recall. Certainly the last 2. And I'm doing it again this year because I really need a kick in the butt and I need y'all to help me be accountable. I've definitely put on a little bit of puppy weight, if there is such a thing. So I could definitely stand to lose 5 pounds or so just to get back to my normal, and from there, you know, I would love to lose another 20 one of these days. This year I'm keeping it pretty simple. It'll be 12 days as always, which is December 13th to December 24th. And the only challenge this year is to have one piece of physical activity every single day, whether it's a walk or a proper workout. Do something physical and active every day where you get your heart rate elevated. For me, it's going to be probably focusing on workouts every day just to get back on the wagon because I haven't been working out. My workouts have just been walks because I go on several walks a day because my dog needs to use the bathroom. But beyond that, I haven't done a proper really grunting and sweating, and I don't know if I'm gonna make it kind of workout in quite some time, and it really does not feel good. Now that she's a little bit older and starting to assert her independence a little bit more, even though even right now she follows me from room to room and is constantly looking at me like, why can't we play, or why can't we hang out on the couch and you rub my belly? She's still very much, you know, my shadow, but I think we're finally at a point where I can start integrating workouts back into my routine and she'll eventually begin to understand that this is just a weird thing that my human does every day. I'm going to focus on short but intense workouts, so I'll probably be doing a lot of the 5-minute workouts that Zuzka Light has posted on her YouTube channel. I feel like that'll be a good way to really maximize the use of a very limited amount of time that I have, because it is going to be a little bit interesting trying to figure out how to work out with the dog without her thinking that I'm trying to play. I'm also going to be focusing on workouts that don't use any equipment so that I don't have to worry about her getting in the way if I'm using a jump rope or weights or anything like that, because I just want to make sure she's safe because she is going to be confused. That was her yawning, in case you heard that. Everything has been a little bit harder to do. I mean, I haven't even really been able to go to the grocery store because I don't like leaving her home alone for very long. I've been building up the amount of time that I leave her gradually. I started off with 20 minutes and now I've built up to the longest I've ever left her home alone is 90 minutes. She's been really good about it. No signs of destruction, no pee or poop on the floor when I get home. So little by little, I am going to continue to increase the amount of time that I leave her, but for now, I do try to just kind of keep her with me whenever I can, which makes things a lot more challenging. That's an update on what my plan is for 12 Days of Fitmas this year, as well as for just adjusting to getting back on the wagon with eating and exercise in general while trying to raise a puppy. As far as eating goes during the 12 days of Fitmas, I'm going to try to really be strict again about my normal diet of no sugar, dairy, wheat, and soy, and avoiding alcohol unless I'm at a party. For the 2 days before the 12 days of Fitmas, I'm actually planning to do a quick juice cleanse. I'll probably just do 2 days of it just to really hit that reset button. I say this all the time, but I've kind of been just so back and forth with eating right and not eating right and eating right again and then not eating right again, because a lot of it is just coming down to laziness and convenience, and also that addiction cycle of the more you have bad shit, the more you want bad shit. So I need to break that cycle anew and get back to my normal way of living and get rid of this puppy fluff. Another thing I wanted to give you guys a heads up about was an upcoming haul. I'm not really sure what I'm gonna call it, but basically for Black Friday, I really focused on buying from Black-owned businesses specifically. So I kind of have like an all Black everything Black Friday haul where everything I want to show you guys is going to be from Black-owned businesses. I'm still waiting for a lot of those items to arrive. But the thing I got that I'm most excited about is a set of rollers from my Curl Squad, which are the new rollers from my YouTube friend in my head, Protective Princess. She put up her announcement video about her own line of rollers. I think it was Black Friday or maybe just during that weekend. And I think before the video was over, I was placing my order. I'll link her video right here so you can check it out where she kind of demonstrates them. But I had my wash day yesterday and I tried out her rollers. Here's one of them right here. I still have a couple in my head because they weren't all dry. But I did do my first experiment with them. So I know a lot of people on YouTube have these weird like perceived rules about like, oh, I can't use this if I'm gonna haul it or like whatever. I can't open this because I haven't hauled it yet. I don't understand that at all. Like who made these rules up? I don't know, it always just seemed very arbitrary to me, but the point is I will be including my my Curl Squad rollers in that haul. Results are still in progress, but for my first test drive, I'm excited to see the potential of what these will do for me and stretching my hair. Speaking of stretching my hair, the other thing I wanted to mention today is my continued experiments with Curlformers. I finally feel like I'm fairly adept at getting them in my head. I probably used them half dozen times or so now between the bootleg ones and the real ones. And I do now have the pack of the super long ones, which are great because they're finally long enough for my hair. I've done, I think 3 installations, actually 2.5, which is a long story. I will explain that in another video, but I've done like 2.5 installations with this length, and it's so nice not having to worry about whether they will be long enough for my hair to fit. These are 29 inches long, so my hair all fits in them. I actually picked up another pack of the 29-inch ones. I caught another pack on sale, and this way I will now have 80 in total, which is great because that means I can do smaller sections, which means probably more stretch and definitely faster drying time. Very excited about that. In my more recent experimentations, I've gotten much straighter results, which is awesome. That's what I'm looking for. I don't care about the curls. I've said that a million times. I care about the stretch because I don't really wear the curls per se, but I just wanted to share my most recent combinations of products that have yielded these more effective results. 2.5 times ago, I used this, which is the Curl Junkie Curl Assurance Smoothing Lotion. It's a leave-in conditioner, and then I also used the Jane Carter Wrap and Roll, which was actually recommended to me by one of you guys in the comments under one of my other Curlformers videos. They suggested I use this, so thank you for that because I actually already had it and forgot that it was in my stash, so I resurrected it, but I didn't find that it left my hair extraordinarily crunchy or anything. I feel like it was like a touchable, flexible hold. Unfortunately, I did not love this combination simply because my hair did not feel nourished and moisturized. In a lot of my past experiments with the Curlformers, like when I used the Hawaiian Silky or my Chemet Biologics burdock root buttercream, the results weren't as stretched as they could have been, which was the only downside because those products are pretty high in glycerin, which is why my hair likes them. My hair really thrives on glycerin and it helps keep it moisturized. But I would forsake definition for my hair feeling moisturized, so that still would be a preferred result for me to have poofy hair that still was like decently stretched rather than super stretched hair with these that felt kind of dry. In the experiment after that, I tried pairing this, the Camille Rose Aloe Whipped Butter Gel, which is meant to be a moisturizing cream-based gel that is blended with rich oils for conditioning properties and vitamins for nourishing the scalp. Curls will become defined with a light hold and maximum moisture. That sounded perfect to me. This product does not have any glycerin in it, so I was hoping that maybe even without the glycerin, it would help me to have a nice moisturized feeling to my hair when I paired it with this, which I hoped would kind of elongate those curls and really set that stretch within the Curlformers. And that is pretty much the result I got. I was pretty pleased with it. I think I would repeat this combination again, but this does still leave your hair a little bit stiffer than using just say this, which is what I did on that last kind of half set, which again, I will explain some other time. I used only this the last time and I still got really nice, straight, stretched, shiny, sleek looking curls from the Curlformers. I would say they looked almost identical to how they looked when using these two. So in my opinion, why use two products to get the same result more or less that you can get using only one? And the hair felt pretty moisturized. Actually, it's part of the hair that is under this turban right now. Some of it is still in my Curl Squad rollers, and then I ended up doing some Curlformers in the middle. Again, I'll explain it another time. But all the Curlformers are out and all that hair felt really nice. Like it felt moisturized. I don't know if it will last because I just took them out this morning, but I was pretty pleased with it. And the hair, again, the curls look pretty much identical to how they looked using both of these. The nice thing about this product is even though it's like a setting foam, it actually has pretty decent slip. As I'm applying it through my hair, I'm surprised at how much easier it is to kind of do a little bit of finger detangling and smoothing before I have to actually install the Curlformer. That's it. I just kind of wanted to update those of you who might be curious about my ongoing experiments with Curlformers and Curlformers dupes. I would say that going forward for the foreseeable future, I'll continue using the real Curlformers in the super long length because they work well as long as I use the right products with them. They're all long enough for my hair and they're a lot more comfortable on my scalp when compared with the bootleg Curlformers. Okay, that is it. I think that should catch us up on me officially failing on the last fitness challenge, 12 Days of Fitmas 2016, Curlformers experiments, my upcoming Blackest Friday haul. I think we're also caught up on the dog, and the Protect Your Ends challenge. I think that's everything. Be sure to let me know if you partook in the Fuck Yeah Fall Fitness Challenge, and I hope you did better than I did. Let me know if you'll be joining me for 12 Days of Fitmas, as well as for the remainder of the Protect Your Ends Challenge. And barring any quick heat stretching experimentation in January, I'll probably be heading right back into another round of Protect Your Ends, so let me know if you want to join me. That's it for this one. It is so good to talk to you guys again. I really miss making videos, and I am actually kind of a crazy person, so I have a whole calendar devoted to shooting and uploading videos specifically for you guys here on this channel. There's no shortage of enthusiasm and desire, it's just a shortage of time. Getting a puppy has really kind of turned everything topsy-turvy, and I don't regret it for a second, but certain things had to fall to the wayside because, of course, my job takes precedence over this, so any free time that I've had outside of my full-time job has basically been devoted to the dog and just, you know, life shit like laundry. But I'm really excited that she's getting a little older, which will mean more time for making more videos here. I will see you guys soon, I promise, and I will talk to you guys in the next video. Bye-bye!
That's a nappy-headed hose there, I'm gonna tell you that now.